Intel i7 14700KF, 32GB of DDR5 RAM, and RTX 4070 Super 12GB. This is Avowed 4K, everything is maxed out, no DLSS, no frame generation, only anti-aliasing is switched off. And in the very beginning of the game we have 29 FPS, which is not great, but it is a good start for 4K, no DLSS, no frame generation. When we're looking at the castle, it's 26, and we're using almost 8GB of VRAM, which is very acceptable. This is very good optimization in my opinion. Our frame time could be a little bit lower, but it is fine. And when we're walking in the water, we have a little bit FPS drops to 24, outside the water 31. And game looks quite awesome. Look at this, everything is so sharp and nice. The rocks, 4K rocks. No, this one is not 4K definitely. You can definitely see the edges, but everything else looks quite good. Water, good looking water. By the way, ray tracing is on right now. I believe it's not path tracing at all. This is just probably shadows and that's it. Nothing more, nothing fancy. With path tracing probably would have like 1 FPS at the best with this card. Alright, I'm quite impressed with this performance already. It is hard to believe that we have well optimized game in 2025. I must admit that this is very pretty game. I hope story is well good, so because I want to play it, check it. Let's just switch off ray tracing and see how much FPS we will gain, and we need to restart the game. Okay, no problem, let's restart it. Oh no, this is one of the games like Stalker 2. Every time you open the game, you'll need to compile the shaders. In my case, because I have very powerful processor, it might take maybe like 2 minutes. If you're using older processors, it might take 3 to 5 minutes. Beware. Okay, ray tracing is off, no DLSS, no frame generation, everything set to ultra, 4K resolution. Let's see the FPS. Wow, 60 FPS, 62 when we're looking at the ground, but once we start looking around, 59, 52, 48, that's much better, and I don't see that much difference. Maybe shadows change when I look at the castle, 48, 49. And yeah, it looks probably the same. It's hard to tell. So visually, game looks kinda the same, but we're getting more FPS. Probably side by side we can tell the difference, but right now, it kinda looks the same to me. We do have some stutters here and there, very minor. Minor, and we had massive stutter right now when I jumped. I believe that everything was compiled with shaders, but yeah, 50 plus FPS, this is very acceptable. And what about under the water? 47, 45, 52, it's still very good. Okay, let's switch on just DLSS quality and that's it. Everything ultra, 4K, no frame gen, and we're getting nothing. Still the same FPS. 54. Is it on? Yeah, quality. What if we'll change to balanced very quickly? 62. So we gain like 5 FPS, maybe 10. Okay. What about if we go back to quality? 53 FPS, 55. And that's crazy, and it's still the same FPS when we're looking at the castle, so yeah, nothing changed. DLSS quality is not working. I am very disappointed and my day is ruined. DLSS quality at 4K, this is probably the best option, only because Upscaler has enough data to bump resolution from 2K to 4K. It's like a cheat code to have more FPS with the same visuals, but it is not working here. I wonder what about frame generation, will this work? Let's see. And we got like 20 FPS boost, and that's it. So I believe DLSS wasn't implemented perfectly in this game. And I already checked, you cannot change DLSS in NVIDIA app for this game, for the latest, I mean DLSS 4. This is bummer. Surprisingly, there is no latency at all. The game is very playable even at this FPS with frame gen on. So if you like frame gen, this is way to go in my opinion. Or if you would like to have everything's maxed out on RTX 4070 Super, yeah, it is very playable, no latency, and I'm surprised there's no more stutters. I want to switch ray tracing back on, but it's compiling shaders again. Those people who created shader compilations, they must apologize publicly to everyone. And especially those compilations which you have to run every single time you open the game. It is super annoying. Okay, let me show you the best settings I have found. View distance still epic, everything else changed to high. Frame generation, you can keep it off or keep it on, it's up to you, on your choice. And DLSS quality. And check this out, 60 plus FPS, ray tracing on, everything looks just perfect still. And our FPS is just amazing, 70, 71. Our VRAM usage only 7 gigabytes, we're using too much of RAM. And we still have stutters here and there, just tiny. I believe this guy just has too much hairs, that's why. If we look at the castle, 65 FPS. Ray tracing on, high settings, view distance is maximum, frame gen is off right now. So as you can see, ultra settings are just broken. View distance I would keep maximum because that's good to have in any game, maximum view distance. If we jump in the water, let's see, our FPS 67, 72, 66, still very good FPS, very playable. Since we have 60 plus FPS, let's switch on frame gen and see what changes it will make. And now we're rocking at 85, 84 FPS, no latency, everything is smooth as butter, perfectly playable experience, wow. Maybe I'll use frame gen in this game. And look, we still have a lot of VRAM left, we use only 8 gigabytes of VRAM, so if you have 4060 RTX, you should be kinda fine, maybe DLSS balanced, not quality, and then you should be fine. So what do you think about this game? Do you like it? Write in the comments below your PC specs and what settings you will use in this game or maybe already using. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe and I will see you in next one. Yeah, this guy is definitely very hairy. He looks nice.